Sorry, I'm in the back of my car right now. Gotta head into
I
work
wouldn't have
after
thought that
this.
actually. It's good. Yeah, the background sells it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It makes it seem like I'm in a real studio. I'm here with S.K. Dale, director of Subservience, and Till Death. We came out last year, a year before. Really enjoyed that one, and you're working with Megan Fox again. So when I saw that you two were working again on this, I was like, "Woohoo! Let's see what this is about." So,
Thank you,
uh,
thank you.
I guess let's start with that. How did this come about?
Well, it was actually through the production company that I did Till Death with. We had a really great relationship, and it was a good process all the way through. And when we finished and we were in post production, they sent through this script, and they said, "Hey, look, it's a bit bigger of a budget, more action, and it was coming into this sci-fi world." So I seemed pretty excited about the pitch of it, and then I read the script, really enjoyed it, and it took a while to pitch on it and work on a few things and develop it into a place that we all enjoyed. But once we kind of got to that point, things were rolling. And having worked with Megan before, I knew where her strengths were and everything like that. And I thought this would be a really interesting role, something we haven't seen her play before. So yeah, we were really excited to kind of have the whole team come back together for that and get us all out back to Bulgaria to shoot it as well.
As far as I know, you don't typically write your projects. You're a director, or have you had some writing in the past?
I usually will come through and do a pass at it at some point. I definitely want to, even if it's just rewriting scenes to have, certain things happen at different times and everything, or visually happen differently. I really like to kind of hone in and be very precise with how we're going to shoot it, especially if we're, moving quickly through the shooting days and having to rush through everything. I just need to know exactly, everything on the page. If any question comes up, I need to know exactly how I would answer that question. So I will come through and do a pass on all the scripts at some point, but I do love working with the original writers and developing it as well and making sure I don't chip away at their vision too much as well.
Yeah. So when you get a screenplay, what's the difference between yes, I'm going to do this, or maybe this is for someone else?
Usually it's interesting because sometimes I'll read a screenplay and I'll be like, this is, beautifully written and I love all this and everything. But maybe conceptually, I'm like, that's not what I would like to do. Or visually, I don't know how to kind of go into that or, explore that theme or something like that. So and then there might be some projects that have come along where it's like, oh, it's not really well written, but I love this hook or I love this element, and so let's develop it. And those can take a while to get to a point that everyone's happy with. But yeah, it's interesting because it's not necessarily like sometimes I'll read a script and I'll be like, that is beautifully written, but it's not my tone or vision or something like that. But yeah, if there's something in there that really excites me, I will jump into it. And sometimes it's a page one rewrite with the team, and other times it's just kind of this project in particular with Subservience. I think Will and April had really honed in on something, and it was really just kind of tweaking a few things and really focusing on other characters towards the third act that I thought I really was drawn to and stuff like that.
It's not an extravaganza, but they're used really well. And I would say probably your best special effect, it's cliche as it does to say, is Megan Fox, because I'm watching this going, oh wow, they really did a great job on that android. Oh wait, no, that's that's Megan Fox, though she's just acting.
I will say it was when we got to there's a bar sequence towards the end, and when I was trying to pitch her this idea of glitching out and playing with that and kind of twisting the head a little bit and repeating certain lines and all that. At first, I think she was a bit like, oh, this could come across as really weird or stupid or whatever it is, and I was like, just trust me on this. I think we can make this work. And so it was really just, adding a little bit of time ramps within the editing process to make them feel, quicker, and all that. But once she kind of got into it and played around with it a bit, I think she really enjoyed that element of, glitching out and yeah, having fun with it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, got you now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that might work a little better. But just know that I'm smiling at you the whole time. But
Good to know.
But yeah, one of the storytelling things you do in this movie is you kind of show your hand a little bit, not saying exactly what's going to happen, but show that there's something probably not great's going to happen, and that kind of leads to tension throughout the entire movie. Like, oh, when's the other shoe going to drop? What's kind of your thoughts on that kind of suspense and tension and storytelling? Because a lot of times people say that for like a big twist or something, and then you don't get to play around with the ramifications of the twist because by then the movie's over. But in this, you kind of have a little bit of that early on, and then you get to just kind of sit in it for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I think, we part of it is really that genre blindness idea where, the audience is aware of the genre that we're watching. A lot of people were watching the trailer coming in and knowing, what the film's going to be about and all that. And although the characters feel like, you want them to feel like it's the real world and this is it, I think the audience will always come in with that idea and that mind frame. So knowing that and then having them actually, kind of, just leaning into that a little bit more and knowing, that the audience will kind of be aware of this. And we kind of do play it out as this kind of erotic thriller at the start. So I kind of like this idea where that first half is kind of playing on sexual tension, or at least that first act, and then taking that sexual tension and turning it into more of this thriller as things escalate and become more horrific towards the end. For me, that was kind of exciting, was to really kind of build off that first act and just slowly let it snowball into this kind of crazy third act that we created.
All right. Well, Scott, my internet hates me, but it's been a real pleasure talking with you. I implore everyone to go check out Subservience, which will be released on demand and digital September 13th. And go check out, double feature with Till Death, because that's another great movie. And congratulations on this one.
Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it.